No, well, it's because it's just started. I didn't see what resolution I started in, but it doesn't really matter, I
Oh, there
guess.
we go.
Okay.
I can't believe Liverpool just won with a penalty. That said it as well.
Well, we move.
That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. We're
I'll
still top of the league.
I'll take it.
Oh, I need to lose that.
Yeah,
I mean, it's promising for Leeds. Leeds are pretty well.
they are maybe, well, definitely not relegation battle. Could I have an invite? Yeah.
Nah, they're mid-table. Oh, I can't remember his name.
Did he?
Yeah,
Probably.
I won 40.
Yeah, but probably just um
Oh no, it's his scoring. Yeah, he might.
cramp. Yeah, sorry. Definitely cramp.
Oh shit, sorry. I need to improve mine.
We're on the SLR channel now. Stop your swearing.
I don't swear.
Press spectate.
Sure thing, Bob.
Oh, your ping is red.
Gosh.
Right.
It says my ping's green.
What does it say everyone else's is?
Panther's red for me. There's a few red for me. Never mind.
Is everyone else? Oh, we're starting anyway. As long as you can spectate and you don't lag the lobby, then it's fine.
Oh, wait. It's just spectator.
Let me see if the stream's up. Got an advert for it, so that's good.
Yeah, no, it's up. I've got it up. Sorry. Probably why I might be bad ping. I just left Discord.
Sorry, Eddie.
Yeah, he was just on his own.
Right, well, welcome again to a different channel, but same commentators. Got to check this out. Joined with Silly Bunny 73. Was it Silly 73?
Sorry, you just put 73 at the end of my... Wow.
Silly Bunny. What is it?
It's Rockman 73. It's Silly Bunny 47711.
Oh no, that is so awkward. So wrong as well. Okay, anyway, welcome everyone. We're going straight into the race because unfortunately we couldn't get the stream up in time for the start of quali, but we did stream it on another account, so hopefully they can be put together and be put on YouTube for race highlights or race replay anyway. If I remember, we have Rockamad on pole starting this race. That's exciting. Hopefully we don't have a long wait. I'm sure some of these drivers will want to be anxious to start now after waiting a while after quali. Can everyone on stream hear me? I'm just going to turn down.
Yeah, they can.
Have you got stream up? Okay.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Cool.
We've got 19 people tuning in.
Yep. Right, I'll just run through the race order then. We've got Rockmad P1, PPR Venom P2, Plain Teddy P3, AG Panther P4, iCannon P5, P6, MRC Lear. I'm sure he'll want to make his way forward from there. Seems to be one of the quicker drivers in this division. And we have Cooper Benz P7, SLR Sem P8, Bennett P9, Rando P10, and then into the bottom half of the we have Chicken Ficker P11, Hicklin P12, SLR Owen P13. I'm sure he can make his way forward. Second race in Division 2 here. SLR Scopes P15, SLR Barlow P16, Neelix P17, SLR Connor P18, and the Drastic Blades P19. Then rounding off is SSR Halo.
Can't believe you just went through 19 drivers and completely missed out Zach's Beast in 14th.
Did I?
Yeah.
For God's sake. Knew that would happen. Anyway, we need to tell Rockman to change his tires if you wanna do that.
Oh yeah. I want to do that.
Okay.
That would be his luck, to be fair, if he did.
Well, the session is starting quite soon, and he's on
28
the
seconds.
hards at the moment, so he'll be disqualified. Okay, well, hopefully he has, and mine's just not working.
Oh yeah, he said he's on soft.
Yeah, okay. Right.
It says hards for me. Oh, it does say hards for me. This happened to, I think it was Predators yesterday, wasn't it? Or someone else.
Division, or Monkey.
Oh yeah, that was it, Division, I think. He's on the softs or hards?
Can't see.
He's on the hards.
He's on the hards. Oh, no. Anyway. Anyway, we got Rockman.
That's so peak.
Unfortunately, starting on the wrong tyres. This happened yesterday, so I'm not sure what he can do.
I mean, it shouldn't be too much of a worry because he's going to be at a huge disadvantage at the start. So it's not it's not too bad. It's not great,
True.
but
We'll just get the map. No, not the map. For the map. Might as well have the telemetry on. You don't. Okay, right. I'm just going to get the leaderboard up to see what the Division 2 table's looking like. Right, we have MRC Leah in first, and he's starting P6, so I'm sure he'll want to make his way through the field. 20 points ahead of Bennett in the leaderboards of the division. So, seems like the top 4 in the division are quite far down. Top 5 really are all below P5 in the race, so I'm sure they'll want to make their way forward and get good points for the championship. Rockmad obviously on pole, he's 15th in the championship, but he is obviously starting on the wrong tyres. So, not sure what progressions will happen there. I know you can get disqualified, but obviously not sure what happened with Monkey yesterday. Oh, I can't wait for all the timing. Huh?
I doubt it is. It could be a visual glitch, but I doubt it is.
No, I doubt it is as well. Anyway. Yeah, it says it's on the halves. Okay, I've got a position change up. Can't wait for the timings to freak out and then not know who's who.
Have you got the
So
gap to leader? Yeah.
Yeah. So I might just commentate on the cars, not the drivers, until the timings sort themselves out.
Try and look at their lids. I don't know if you can see.
Right, I want to get a good camera angle.
Rockamad's got a
At
good
the
one.
moment, not for me. Venom has a good one though.
Oh, that's peak.
Okay. Right.
Take it away.
Change. Brilliant. This is the first time I'm doing this, so it's probably going to be awful. But, right. Stay on with Venom, so it's good. 3, 4, 5 lights. Long hold here, and off they go. Seems like a good start from Venom. Going to be challenging, and we have a good start from an iCallum, I believe, going down the inside of Rockamad. Someone seems to have gone deep in the turn 1. Oh, and Rockamad spun. Rockamad's lost his
There's
spin.
damage in the background. Rockamad taking a spin,
PPR
losing his
Venoms.
end plate there.
Yeah, PPR Venom's in first, followed by, I think, Plain Teddy and iCallum. Then we have Panther behind them. Good start from Venom, and great start from
Virtual
iCallum.
safety
Seems to
car.
have gone up. Virtual safety cars come out. Right, well, I mean...
Due to debris on the track, this was a good start for everyone, keeping very clean, apart from Rockamad. Coming out that first corner just a bit heavy on the throttle. Everyone else seems to fit in nicely, and hopefully the virtual safety car goes and we can get back underway.
Still waiting for the timings to just sort themselves out.
Yeah, it was
board with
completely
Venom.
different to mine. I've got Neelix in first
Yeah.
apparently, but there's no Red Bull in the top 10, I don't think.
Got Venom in first. No, Venom second. Anyway,
Oh, mine are sorted now.
got Okay, good. Got Venom P1. Good start from him. Seems to have a great start from iCallum. Tried to go up the inside, I think, of Rockamad or someone. I think it might have been Plain Teddy actually, but then obviously Rockamad must have spun on the curb, lost it, and I think
First corner, he's lost the whole left side of his wing. He's under a lot of pressure now from Sen. He needs to make this move.
Oh, we got Venom. Oh, no, there's damage to the front. Venom spun. We've got drive through as well. Venom has spun. Now we've got Plain Teddy going really slowly as well. I think he might have a punch, but Panther's in first. Oh my god, there's carnage at the front. It's almost Lear's spun now. All the front runners had damage. I don't know what's happened there. Wasn't concentrating.
Venom's had to wait for everyone to go past
as well.
him.
Bennett is going
We've got MRC Lear spinning at the back as well. Got both Mercedes making contact. That is not what you want. Can't imagine Toto's going to be very happy with that one. There's MRC Lear now at the back. And Lear's hit the wall again and lost that end plate. And McLaren has spun in a straight line. Bennett has had an absolute mare there.
Oh my god. I can't believe there wasn't a safety car there, but Plain Teddy, I believe, has he retired?
I think he has.
We had Venom followed by Plain Teddy and iCallum there, and they all crashed. And now
we've got MRC Lear in the pits, changing to hards.
We've got iCallum, Rockamad, Venom, Owen, Neelix, MRC Lear in the pits. I think there's a safety car. Yeah, safety
no, I don't
car.
think
It hasn't come up for me, but no, there is. If you look at the signs, and full course yellow. So there's a safety car out. I'm not sure. It's quite a late one. But yeah, wow.
I know, they all look like they're still going full pace.
No, they're not. If you go on board with Panther, he is not going full pace.
Oh, right, okay.
But just as that VSC ended, Venom got a drive-through for speeding and then spun it into the wall. Or something happened, and then that just created carnage from first to probably about fifth, with iCallum losing his wing, Bennett losing his wing. Panther got through all that, and now he's P1, and we got Rando in the Renault in P2.
See what people like commentating. This is sick. It's like front row seats.
Right, I'm gonna change.
Just let you know, the people at the back, Rockamad pit to change his wings, and unlucky for him because he started on the hards, he had to go on the mediums, which I imagine he's going to try and stretch. That's going to be a hard one to do. Lear's pit.
He won't be able to stretch at the end of the race.
Owen's on the soft, so that's a 2-stop for him. Venom is on the hard, but going to stretch to the end. Neelix on the mediums, same as Rockamad, that's going to be a stretch. And then also on our hards, we've got Drastic Blaze on the mediums as well. So the pace advantage at the back for the guys on the medium is going to be good, but they're going to fall off very quickly.
We have Panther's pitting. Panther seems to be the only one coming in for pits to fit the hards. We have Rando, who's now taking the race lead, and Hitkin's been held up in the pit box now. That's unfortunate for him. I'll just try and get on board with Rando, so I can actually
get going through front wings, see if anyone's got damage.
That was absolute carnage at that VSE restart. I can't believe that. But
one good thing we can take away from it is there is a Renault in P1, so
I think
we're not biased here, but
on the Renault. But I was in Renault, but I'm not anymore, so I'm not biased. Anyway, we have Owen pitting for the softs. Has he gone on the softs?
Yeah, he's gone back on some more softs for me. That is not what you want.
So the top 9 have not pitted, and we have Panther, who's in P10 on fresh hards, who is probably going to want to stretch to the end of the race.
Owen dropping to the back of the pack here, but he is on softs, and Drastic Blaze is just spanked that wall really hard. And he has lost the end plate under the safety car. That's a sticky one still.
I can't imagine who'd do that. Anyway, we move on. After I had 3 wing changes yesterday. That was not a fun race for me. Anyway.
So everyone we thought was going to win this race is outside of the top 10.
But they have all pitted and will probably try and stretch at least.
They're on the back foot though. People on the mediums on the back foot.
The people on the hards will probably easily stretch.
Venom. But Venom's on the hards in 15th. Yeah, the pack will be clustered up again. So
the long race from here. Not going to be going in this lap. Yeah, very long race. We just gotta wait. Safety cars go around one more time. I still can't believe the carnage of the VSC, and I just wasn't really concentrating, and then I see Venom facing the wrong way, and I was like, what the hell?
I saw you at the front, so I tried to go to the back so if I could see anything, and I just saw MRC Leah like facing the wrong way.
Oh, God, that was funny.
So, first 2 races of SLR this week, first lap safety cars. Can we keep the trend going into Div 3 and Elite tomorrow?
What trend, sorry? I wasn't listening.
Safety car lap 1.
Ah, okay. What was this? Yeah, it was that one. It's Div 3 tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Exciting time, sure. Yeah, well, hopefully they have commentators for that, because I don't think I'm going to...
I'm going pub.
Anyway, if we look at Rockamad, he started first and he's now down in P12. Obviously he had crashed into the wall and managed to luckily get a safety car to put him back in this race. However, he did start on the wrong tyres, so I think that might bring a DQ anyway. We had Venom, who was leading at the VSC restart, and I believe he had a drive-through. I might have read the name wrong. Obviously spun as well, as so did Bennett and Icallum. I believe they had contacts, and both had to pit for new wings. But the safety car has brought everyone close together, except Drastic Blades, who's obviously trying to catch up to the pack. I think he might have wanted to pit again or pitted to the hards to do one, and then had to pit for his wing, didn't he? And couldn't stay on the same tyre.
Wait, who's this? What, Owen?
No, Blaze. He pitted.
Oh right, yeah,
he
probably.
pitted again.
No, he did. He lost
his front wing. Yeah. But
Still
this game is
understeering a lot,
terrible,
I don't know.
and this game is terrible when you can't just pit for a new wing and leave the tyres on. Anyway, is the safety car coming in this lap?
I imagine so. Oh no, I haven't got a message.
It did call it quite late. Yesterday.
No, Rando's staying right behind. I think. Yeah, Rando's right behind us still.
There you go. It's coming in.
Oh no, he's backed off.
Coming in this lap.
Let's say it late.
Hopefully it doesn't happen. Yeah, it happened yesterday in our race. Well, after we both left. Seems Rando's not going slow here. Rando's trying to get the jump already, but obviously the game
catch
is slow down. Rando is going. There's been a
didn't.
collision with Leah and Venom. If you want to check if there's any damage there. Rando
Yeah, I'm going back now.
Rando's got the jump on the Cooper Benz, and we have SLR maybe having a look. Nope. As Rando's got a good jump, we'll go further back. So we have some drivers fighting. It's SLR Barlow and SLR Connor. So we have Barlow going down the inside of Zach's Beast. Zach's Beast defending on the exit. There you go, side by side.
Connor in the slipstream here.
Turn 4. Connor as well. Barlow's trying to brave it down the inside. And Connor's got a great run into turn 4. But no, decides to back off. Sensible drive in there. It seems to be quite sensible from the restart there. Right, I'll get the intervals up now.
Venom's
Down board with
struggling
this.
on the hard tyres.
Oh, Rockman seems to
Oh,
have
Venom's lost an end
that.
plate, that's why. I think that might be Venom and Leah that had contact then.
There's been... Whoa, seemed to be a good move from Chicken Thicker, or I'm not sure if Zach's Beast was attacking him, but...
No, you're definitely Crofty.
Yeah, I know. But it's too complicated. I've never done it before. Anyway, you're nice and easy, because you don't have to change drivers.
Calling me easy? Oh.
But I'm having to change new drivers. Anyway, run aboard with SSR Halo here, who's on the back of SLR Connor, just under 2/10.
Rando's got himself a nice gap. Yeah, no, I hate that. It's so
Jump aboard with SLR Sem. Seems to be going for a move on Cooper Benz.
Sends it down the inside.
Down the inside into turn 1.
Turn 1.
Nice easy move.
Benz tries to hold it around the outside. There's a bit of contact, but he manages to keep it nice and clean. And full yellows
between
on the track again for me. There's
VSC,
another safety car of VSC, I think.
Oh, Panther and Callum. think was fighting as the VOC came out, and iCallum has got a 5-second penalty for it. Maybe just for a little touch, but I think because the VSC was out, it's given him a 5 seconds. So that is very unfortunate for iCallum here. Seems to be one of the quicker drivers in this division, and yeah, trying to get past the hard tyre runners, but unfortunately has now got that 5-second penalty to compete with.
We've got Gareth saying up the Red Bulls, Steve-O saying come on McLaren, and Plum Gorilla, sorry, come on Team Haas. It's got a lot of support in the chat, nice to see. Also, just to mention, Rando has a 2-second gap already out in front. Sem just getting past Kuba Benzo, so maybe the charge will start now from Sem. There's a very big gap between Scopes and Chicken Ficker. It's forming.
Chicken Ficker has just got a drive-through penalty, so he's going to have to use that.
Zach's Beast has got a nice run on him through here. He's going to open, or DRS might not be open actually.
No, DRS.
Don't know how many laps it's been.
Right on board with Zach's Beast.
Chicken Ficker using a lot of that ERS.
So is Zach's Beast here. Just further back we have iCallum
hoping to make this
spaces.
Move, otherwise
jump on board
top
with
4
are
going to be gone.
Oh,
there's yellow flags.
Hit the wall, there's damage. Halo defending quite aggressively against iCallum there, and he's lost both end plates. And he is now running at the back, as Connor is also in the pits to have a front wing change. Seemed quite aggressive there from SSR Halo, but I only caught the end of it. So
DRS has been activated this lap.
DRS?
DRS.
Do you mean DRS?
That's what I said.
I thought you said DRS.
DRS. D for donut.
Yep, nice. Right, right on board with. We ride on board with everyone's favourite driver. Oh no, we'll ride on board with Zach's Beast.
I'm riding on board with him already.
Okay. We'll follow Zach's Beast, who's behind Chicken Ficker, who does have a drive-through penalty to serve soon. So
got Panther right behind Halo.
2 laps.
Getting a poor exit from Castle, and now Leah's got a better exit than him. Very tight in the midfield.
Definitely much quicker than Chicken Ficker on those hards. As Chicken Ficker has let Zach's Beast go, that might be tactical to get the DRS here on the straight. Zach's Beast is now got no DRS, no slipstream.
No, I think Chicken Ficker just understood that he was the. Maybe not then, because he is closing in quickly.
Yeah, he is closing on Zach's Beast here as we've right on board, because he might be going to serve his drive-through here.
Oh, he is, yeah.
Yeah, as he.
Oh, but Barlow's got a great run on that Zach's Beast here. He sends it down the inside. Zach's Beast is going to hang it around the outside, and he does a lovely job on the outside there. Barlow leaving the space. Good respectful driver from the two there. Halo promoted to P5.
Just trying to. Yeah, with some drive-through penalties being taken and some people pitting.
Oh, we've missed something there. Rockman's gained up at least 3 places there.
There have been people pitting as we have AG Panther going down the inside of Halo. Halo defends on the... No, as... I'm losing all words to say. As Panther goes around the outside of Halo there. Oh, down the inside, I didn't see it. We move on.
We've got Barlow closing up on Zach's Beast now. They are 6 seconds behind the top 2. Sem has taken the lead. I don't know what happened to Rando, but Beaver Ben's in second, 2 seconds behind Sem, and then there's a 6.5 second gap to third place, which is Zach's Beast, with Barlow right on his tail, understeering a bit out of Castle, giving Zach's Beast a bit of breathing room, and hopefully for him he can get out DRS range. Now we see Barlow using the DRS to close in and make sure he gets that DRS onto the straight.
The whole time you were commentating, we weren't on that car. Anyway, we'll go right on board as he goes out of DRS range. So,
Halo just let MRC Leah through.
That's his teammate.
And Rockman has had a huge oversteer moment out of that corner there.
and now he's going to be vulnerable to Neelix here as he goes onto the straight, not having any ERS.
I think he's hit the wall there on the outside.
I think he's got right end plate damage if you want to just stay on board with him.
And both Rebels making a move on Rockamad. And now Owen might have to make a move on his teammate here, Neelix.
Right on board with Owen.
And he lets his teammate through, and Rockamad goes through. He's gone very wide there, Neelix. Rockamad doesn't have a front right.
Teammate through. End plate.
And now Rockamad has the DRS on Owen.
SLR getting 2
Owen has no ERS to spare, and Rockamad, that's an easy move into the braking zone, but can he slow the car down enough to make it into that left-hander, which he does very nicely, getting past the Rebels here.
If we look at everyone's stops,
Leah.
we have... Sorry?
MRC Leah's right on the back of Panther still. It's a close battle.
We're right on board with MRC Leah. Or we have Chicken Thicker, who's been disqualified for not serving his drive-thru. Wow.
That's not ideal.
Okay. Huh? If we look at everyone who's I'm on board with Lear. Seems to be lagging a little bit, but if we look at and he's got past Panther. He's had a wide moment.
I missed that.
MRC Lear now into P3, and he is the first car who's stopped, so he is definitely going to be.
Owen spun out of Castle. Drops all the way down to 13th. That's unfortunate for him, and in anger he has done a lot of wheel spin to cause a lot of damage to the softs there.
And there's yellow
flags all around.
Yeah, it's another safety car.
Is that a safety car?
It's another safety car.
This fits the top runners perfectly. Maybe not so much for Zach's Beast actually. He's going to have to pit surely.
He hadn't pit.
Which he does. Zach's Beast is pitting. He's on the mediums.
This is great for Zach's Beast and Barlow. Neither of them had pitted. Barlow's going round still, obviously can't pit for any more hards. Then we'll see Leah pits.
If you're on the hards, it's better to stay out probably. In that position. Rockamad staying out on his mediums. Surely he's not going to try and stretch into the end. He does move up to third place.
For the moment. Neelix, MRC Leah, Halo, and now obviously SLR Owen coming into the pits. Probably wanting to go onto the hard tyre, or maybe the mediums actually, stretch them to the end. Nope, he's going to have a front wing change and onto the mediums. Let's look at how many stops people have done. Barlow is in first, but he has not stopped yet. So that
Panther stops.
Going to be unfortunate. Yeah, Panther has had one pit stop, so he is net P1 after Barlow pits. Then we have Rockman in P2, but on the medium tyres and with damage. It's going to be a struggle for him.
Damage is going to weigh him down. Perfect time for him to regain their ERS though.
Yeah, we had quite a few drivers spending and using quite a lot of overtake button, but obviously it is a long straight and you want to get past people.
I've got Neelix with his ERS activated. I'm not sure if he knows his overtake button is on.
Yeah, it is overtake. Maybe it's back on. You never know. Well, first time commentating and there's been 2 safety cars and 2 VSCs already. Bloody hell, this is
all part of the
tricky to keep up. It's tricky to keep up. Anyway, it's so hard to change between people as well. Anyway, we move on. We're going to ride on board with a driver who is in first at the moment, which is SLR Barlow. He's on the hard tyre, but obviously he's been on them since the start. He's going to be quite vulnerable, but he's probably hoping for a late safety car so he can pit onto fresher tyres and in front of, not get in front, but he can challenge the people who have pit now, hoping to go to the end of the race on the tyres they're on at the moment.
Southerners, part of your team really is doing a great job on comms, guys. Thanks, Southerners.
Thanks, mate. It's a bit confusing. Trying to do the spectator menus, a struggle.
Press X.
Yeah, don't do that. Pressburger. Sorry. Do you know? Please say you know.
No.
Please say you understood that reference.
Nope.
I hope someone in the chat understands that reference. Pressburger.
Press X to get rid of the spectator menu options.
Okay, well, I've turned it off for now, but it's good to change through people like that, because then I'm not like...
Yeah, but you can just get it up and then change it when you need to. Otherwise it covers a lot of the screen.
Yeah, well, stay on board with people. We've got Rockamad in P3, obviously with damage on medium tyres. Just shout out to Rockamad.
Ben's caught up. I imagine a safety car will be in this lap.
Hopefully, and hopefully it says it earlier than it has been, because people seem to be driving back people with when they have to slow down to let the safety car go into the pits, and that just causes 5-second penalties. Happened 4 people yesterday, I think. Anyway, we move on into this race. We'll ask the chat, who do you reckon is going to win from this point? It's been quite dramatic so far. We've had Panther go from the top to the back again, and then back up to the top. Venom, who's out, Ikelem's out.
Oh, I haven't noticed that both the racing points are out. That is not ideal for a racing point.
Safety car is coming in this lap, so we'll ride on board with SLR Barlow, as he wants to back up the field a little bit before hopefully getting a good jump. Hopefully you don't have anyone driving into the back of someone else. Oh, there you go.
Noticed MRC put some fresh mediums on,
5 seconds.
which should make it to the end, really. MRC Lear's got fresh. Sorry, he's got a fresh.
As we have Barlow backing up the field. He's backed up everyone. There's been damage yet. There's been contact. There's been a Red Bull into the back of, I think, Connor. As Barlow's gone now. There's been damage around.
Panther with a great run on Barlow, though.
Yeah, Panther.
Rockamad round the outside. Is he going to do it? Bennett down the inside of Rockamad. A few cars going wide. Rockamad on the squirm, and Rockamad has binned it.
Rockamad he's binned it again. I don't think he recovered from that. But we have Barlow. I think he's just gone into the wall out turn 2, sorry.
Head is gone.
But he's got a goodish start against Panther. As we ride on board with, I think there's 2 drivers going side by side, I can see.
Just talking about MRC Lear as well, they have pit and served their penalty as well.
Do you have drive-through?
I'm not sure. No, just like 10 seconds worth.
Oh, okay.
It's not looking great for AlphaTauri, and Rockamad has crashed, I think. I can't see. I think he's...
Rockamad, he's out. I think he's crashed.
Binned it or something. He looks like he's gone down that exit path, yeah.
Well, looks like anyone could win this race, as we only have 15 drivers left.
Apart from MRC Lear, unless we can get Hamilton charge through the field 30 seconds behind. Very close up at the front though, with Rando on the back of Bennett.
We have Sem going down the inside of Rando, I think, using the DRS.
Southern just Bennett to win.
Out into this corner because it's not overtaking.
Bennett already 2.5 seconds off the top 2. The pace difference looking a bit unmatchable from Panther and Barlow.
Could you go on board with Barlow to see if he's damaged? I saw him go into the wall earlier. Anyway, we'll stay on board with these 3. Just under 3 tenths between each of them. We'll stay on board with Rando. Using his DRS, so is Bennett. Trying to find a good camera. We'll stay on board with Rando. Surely he's going to challenge Bennett into turn 1. They've all just turned their DRS off and stay behind each other.
No, Bennett's... Barlow's got front wing.
Barlow's got his front wing? Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, so's Panther. Those 2 are slowly but surely checking out.
That's why Sem's got a good exit here. He's going to be challenging DNK Rando into turn 3.
Good defending there from Rando. Maybe a bit of moving in the braking zone, but it looked fair from me. But a good switch back from Sem. He's going to be on the outside. So Rando's going to close it off. And he runs wide into the corner. Really good driving from these 2. And what a move that is from Sem. That is an outstanding move. Sending on the inside should close that move off now.
No,
he's still around the outside and he has to give him the position. That's great driving. And there has been contact. Hicklin tagging Rando. Rando losing wing. Zaka Speed's making it through.
Now we've got Cooper Benz and Blaze who's ghosting, but there's more damage for Hicklin. Hicklin's, I think, lost his whole right side now. Big contact there, as we had some good driving, but then it's just unfortunate there.
Adjusted Blaze all over the back of Rando now.
Connor.
He sends it down the inside of Rando. I'm not sure how much front wing he's got, but he does make it through, flat out through there, and Rando dropping even further down to 7th.
Rando has not got his left side end plate.
It's Cooper Ben's turn next to get past him. And then his teammate Connor, both in the Renault. There should be some team orders down there.
SLR owners now back in the race after spinning out earlier. Still got his whole wing and he's going to be challenging SLR.
Back of Connor as well, he has a lot of ERS. Does touch the wall though there, and that is an end plate gone for Owen.
And his complete curse there.
Owen makes it through. Someone pitting on the left, can't see that is Rando.
Yep, we got Rando and Owen pitting. As we ran on board with Connor, who's just behind Cooper Benz.
Got Sem really close to the back of Bennett here. DRS is open with overtake on. Should be an easy move.
We'll run on board.
Does make it through, and Bennett gives him the position. Slight lock up from Sem there.
Through the field here. He's on the freshest hard tyres out of the top 3, and Barlow does have to pit again. So I'm backing Sem to maybe challenge Panther here. Been a good race so far. Very hard to keep up with everything, but hopefully we get a little bit of
There's a good battle going on between Cooper Benz, Connor and Halo, all for P7 here.
I ran on board with,
Connor on the medium, so I'm not sure whether he's got damage or not. It seems to be...
He's missing his left end plate.
Okay, yeah, he seems to be losing a bit of pace compared to Halo behind him.
Oh, Zachas Beast is under a 10th of Bennett. Zachas Beast is challenging Bennett. Is he going to go down his inside? No, he sensibly backs off as he comes round into the last corner here. Just under 3/10 behind. Should easily, he's got loads of ERS. He should easily get him on the straight if there's DRS on.
Just to point out, Sem closed 7/10 in half a sector there on Panther. And Zachas Beast is going to have a fairly simple move here on Bennett. Got the DRS
overtake, so
avoid as well.
SLR Barlow is pitting already, so he's just going to lose all those positions he's got from the safety cars.
Panther goes into the lead then with Sem. Going to be breathing down his neck in a few laps time, I imagine.
Nice easy move from Zachas Beast, but I'm sure we've got Haas P2 and P3. Gunter's going to be happy. We have Zachas Beast hopefully catching up to Sem, and Sem hopefully catching up to Panther. They're both on much fresher tyres than Panther here as well, and there's 12 laps to go. It's going to be a close battle for the win.
Oh, Drasser Blaze has lost his front wing going into that left-hander.
Penalties.
Drasser Blaze is under attack now from Cooper Benz, Connor and Halo.
I think Cooper Benz is also missing. I think all these drivers are missing left end plates as they go into the slow middle sector. They're all missing the end plate as SSR Halo is now joined the battle. Has he got his whole front wing? Yes, he does.
So Halo has, yeah.
He's got to play it safe and hopefully get these drivers on the straight.
Can't wait too long though.
He's very slow through here.
The top 4 have got themselves a comfortable gap here.
Yeah, and so these guys, they've got a comfortable gap to Barlow's 10 seconds behind. Obviously on the fresh mediums, he's going to be racing towards them at some point. Stay on board with these 4 drivers. Cooper Benz to Halo is just under 2 seconds apart, I believe, unless 4 drivers.
I'll keep an eye on the lead.
Yeah, nice gap forming between the top 4, but Drastic Blaze is coming under pressure from all 3 of these drivers behind. I think it's going to be Connor who's going to be challenging Cooper Benz here. But Connor has no ERS left, but Cooper Benz has loads. Connor and Halo have no ERS as we ride on board with Benz, who no challenging because they're all managing their ERS or using it.
Is that Halo that's just gone wide?
Yeah, Halo's just gone wide at
turn 1.
I don't know. I'm not sure what happened with him there.
He's lost his end plate on the left side.
Now he's lost his left end plate.
And he has got Barlow company just
challenging
behind
Drastic
him.
Blaze into turn 3. Trying to go around the outside of Drastic Blaze. Oh, he forced him into the wall and he's lost his right end plate now. Tight defending. It's close that.
We'll leave that one down to the stewards.
Yeah. It's tough defending from Drastic Blaze as he obviously doesn't want to lose any positions.
Now Connor's
downboard
next up.
Connor's got a great run here, but
Connor
Drastic
backing
Blaze is
out that
putting his
one.
car in the middle of the road when he needs to. So now there's gaps forming all over the field. We have SLR Sam who's under 5 tenths
Also,
behind
yeah, I was just about
Panther.
to say.
Has
Must
Panther
have been
got
a mistake
damage?
in the lap somewhere. No, I don't think he has. It must. Has he?
You want to just ride on board with...
No, Panther's fine.
I'll
Panther's
ride
got no damage. He just made a mistake, I think. Which
Ride
is
on
now
board
allowed
with
Sam to get right back into the DRS zone.
Lovely helicopter shot here. On board with SLR Sam. Using his overtake. Down to below 10%, whereas Panther has above 50. Is he going to use it all? I'm not sure if he's going to get that good a toe. Will he challenge him?
Field seems to be very...
yeah, he's going to go around the outside.
Surely not.
Panther's not going to get a great run.
Surely
Panther had a
not.
very tight line there, so he wouldn't get a good run. But they're still side by side
No
into
ERS.
turn 2.
For Sam. It's going to try switch back, and Panther's hit the left wall there, and that's a great switch
Oh,
back from
Panther's
Sam.
hit the wall, and great move from Sam as he enters first. Yeah, he's entered P1 and I think he's got his whole wing, so he's going to want to build a gap to Panther here.
Panther still has his front wing
Saka's
intact.
Beast. Saka's Beast is quickly approaching this battle.
Halo and Cooper Benz both pits. That puts Barlow back into 7th. 6 seconds now behind Drastic Blaze.
He has Connor and Drastic Blaze, who both have damage, I believe. He missed Connor getting past Drastic Blaze, but I assume he just did it on the straight, but they both have end plate damage. So
At the moment, this is looking like a very nice race for Haas, as Panther is struggling a bit in that Ferrari with the pace, and Zaka's Beast is just pouring him in. That is not ideal.
Hoping for a Haas 1-2 here. Looks like it might be, depending on penalties, obviously. Zaka's Beast tyres are 7 laps younger than Panther's, so he's going to be much faster in the coming laps. We'll stay on board with him as he comes out the last corner. I think he's just out of DRS range, but he has got a lot of his ERS saved up, as has Panther actually. Sem unfortunately doesn't, so I think Sem's going to come under siege at some point soon, because he is not managing his ERS very well, and Panther is, so we'll stay on board with Zaka's Beast as he's got into the DRS of Panther. Going into turn 1, stays behind the Ferrari. Should get DRS into on the back straight again, into turn 3. Down to turn 3, he might challenge. Ooh, don't know what I said there. Anyway. Looks like this race has finally calmed down a little bit from everyone being in each other's DRS. But we'll stay on board with Zaka's Beast as he is easily catching Panther. Always goes deep, but just sensibly slows down and keeps out of the wall. He's going to easily get him at some point. Just needs to, I guess, keep his wing intact, because most of the problems come around this track. Barlow is now just under 2 seconds behind Drastic Blaze, and I think he was 5 seconds last lap, so he's catching that pack very quickly.
Yeah, Sem seems to be slowly checking out of this.
Yeah, 2 seconds ahead of Panther now. Can you come? I need to build those.
Just talking on ERS, I've noticed that Connor is slowly gaining back on Bennett in 4th place. Been saving a lot of ERS. He is missing part of his front wing. Bennett got all of his front wing and a lot of ERS, so hopefully we'll see him close into Zaka's Beast towards the end of the race. But at the moment, the closest battle on the track is Zaka's Beast behind Panther, but he's out of DRS now.
No, it's Barlow's in DRS of Black Drastic Blaze.
Oh, here's my bad.
Going to easily pass him on this straight. So much ERS. 8 lap fresher tyres. Yep, he's going to go around the outside. Drastic Blaze, nose damage, and Drastic Blaze got damage.
And Drastic Blaze
Easy
pits.
pass there. Maybe going for a fast lap, not 100% sure, but yeah. SLR Barlow now into P6 after running in P1 for a little bit. I'm sure he could be looking for 4th place, just 7 seconds behind Bennett.
I think Connor
reckon he
could be
could.
looking
I
for a
reckon he
fourth
could
place.
get
Say he's closing a lot on Bennett in the last 2 laps. Don't know if that's
SLR
what you
Connor
just
does
said.
have SLR Connor. No, I said Barlow. SLR Connor does have end plate damage though. His left end plate is gone. Zach's Beast now staying behind Panther 1.6 seconds. Has he made a mistake? Has he got damage? No, I think he's just sensibly staying out of the way.
I think lost a bit of time there with Rando trying to get out of the way. Back marker.
Yeah, maybe. We'll run a ball with Cooper Benz, who's just under 4 tenths behind Drastic Blaze here. Drastic Blaze has just pitted for fresh softs, so I'm sure he will be able to pull a gap on Drastic Blaze. No, I'm sure Drastic Blaze will be able to pull a gap on Cooper Benz now.
Drastic Blaze has got to get up to Halo if he wants to get a fastest lap chance. Only the top 10 getting that extra point.
Easy get his DRS as well on Halo and get past him. And then go for the fastest lap.
Good shout.
Anyone else close? We'll ride on board with Hickman, who's just under a second behind SLR Owen. SLR Owen had a bit of a moment coming out of that corner. He might have rode the curb, which always sends you out wide. And we have Bennett, who's pitting. Bennett has come into the pits, which is going to promote Connor up to P4 and SLR Barlow up to P5. I wonder where he's going to come out. He's going to come out behind this battle? I think he's going to come out in front of SLR Owen on fresh softs.
I'm not quite sure why he's done that. Sacrificed a lot of points there.
I'm not sure his tyres would have made it. As for now, Zach's B, is now under 2 tenths behind Panther. So he's challenging into the end of the first sector. Clearly has now decided to get in his DRS and put a challenge on.
Been a very convincing drive from Sem out front since that safety car restart.
It has been 5.4 seconds ahead now. I'm sure he's
just pulling away every corner.
Yeah, as long as he keeps... Oh, Panther's hit the wall in the castle section, which easily puts Zach's Beast up into P2.
That's a 1-2 for Haas at the moment, bar penalties. And hopefully for Haas' sake, Zach's Beast can pull away from Panther.
Panther has got damage. He's missing his whole front right wing. He is going to have to pit for that. There's no way he's making it to the end of the race. As he goes into the wall again. It's unfortunate for him. He was having a good race up front, but he's on 16 lap old hards. Must have been fading a little bit.
Just like you said, we do have Barlow slowly closing on Connor as well. And now Panther with that damage, the 3rd place podium spot is up for grabs for either Connor or Barlow.
This is definitely going to be for a podium. SLR Barlow versus SLR Connor. Connor with the left end plate damage, but Barlow on way fresher mediums.
Panther is pitting. Panther is pitting for a new front wing.
Pitting, so
imagine he's going to put some softs on and go for fast lap as well. But Barlow has gained over half a second that lap.
Has Leah retired and crashed? I can't
that
speak.
Looks
too much going on.
That is the
and
I think it's turn.
It's
turn 5.
End of the first sector. Right. Well,
down to 14 runners in this race. We have lost 6 cars. Yep. Chicken Flicker is out. Plain Teddy 24 has retired. Venom and iCallum both in the racing points are also out. Scopes in the Williams has retired also, and Rockamad and MRC Leah just now are also out, leaving us with 14 runners left. Sem out in the front by 8.5 seconds. He's really flexing muscles now as Zach's Beast is comfortably in 2nd place as well. Connor now into 3rd, into the last podium position, but Barlow on the fresher tyres really hunting him down, going through the castle section. Has so much more grip compared to the Renault, sliding the car through that left-hander. And if we go further down the order, we have Owen, who is within a second of Hicklin. That is a fight for 6th place.
We're riding ball with Barlow here. He's now under a second behind Connor. Nearly his 13 laps old mediums are starting to fade a little bit.
Also, Barlow does have over double the ERS of Connor, so this could be a fairly simple move.
It should be, should be a simple move for the podium. It'd be a great drive from Barlow as he was a first, and then I think he dropped back down to about 10th or 9th. I'm not 100% sure after he pitted. No,
if you want to get up,
podiums, hopefully.
Sorry. It's Connor goes defensive there, and Barlow tries to send it around the outside.
Barlow's trying to go around
Connor
the outside.
gives him space. It's a respectful drive from the two, and what a move that is from Barlow. Contact was made, but it was respectful from both of the drivers, and Barlow up into that third spot, and will probably just pull away from Connor now on those
Owen's going to go around the outside
times.
of Hicklin here. Owen it up into P6. Great move from Owen, as he's had a great recovery after crashing quite early on. He's got a 3-second time penalty there, but I'm sure he's going to have to defend from Hicklin here after turn 2.
Hicklin getting a good exit.
Got similar ERS,
no ERS.
But neither does Owen, and Owen's not putting up his overtake. Hicklin's
going to send it down the inside.
They defend. Hicklin's going to defend.
A little love tap there, and Owen losing the position again. This is a good battle between these two here. Leaving all out on the track, and Connor now is falling behind Barlow, really.
Yeah.
If you want to get up the position changes, and we can get a driver of the day vote. At the moment, we've got Barlow in third with.
Oh my god! SLR Barlow going up 13 positions. SLR
Connor 14. Halo started from last. Is into 9th, yeah. Not a bad drive from the Mercedes driver, especially tangling with his teammate MRC Leah early on in the race, having to pit to change that front wing. Decent recovery drive from him.
SLR Sem coming up from 8th on the grid to being first. Now 8.3 seconds ahead of his teammate.
I don't know. I think Rockamad losing 14 places and retiring, that's a pretty good. That's a.
Right aboard with Owen is in DRS range of Hicklin, just over 8-9 tenths away. I'm starting to lose it. My voice is going. Anyway.
Primal.
Panther's got the fastest lap. 41.9, so that's going to be an extra point for him in P8.
He is closing in quickly as you say that. I've just looked.
I'm sure he's going to. He's only on 1 lap old stuff, so I'm sure he's going to easily catch up to this, unfortunately, for Owen.
Where are our AWS graphics for striking range?
Yeah, for God's sake.
Well, he has understated it. I'm going to predict lap 25.
Is what?
Is the striking range, but as I say that, Owen has made a mistake. And
no, 24, next lap, boom. Okay, we've got a few votes for drive of the day. We've got Dorsey saying drive of the day Barlow. I think Callum McEwen. I think that's Callum McEwen. This is Zach. Well, Zach is beast for drive of the day. Is it McEwen? Or, yeah, it is. Not
McEwen.
Neelix
Steve-O saying Barlow for him as well. Sir Dodgy.
No, Steve-O just said yes Barlow because Barlow got past.
Yeah, and then Dorsey said driver of the day Barlow, and he said yeah, definitely for me too.
Oh, whoops, never mind.
We've got Dodgy saying Connor for driver of the day.
Yeah, Owens. Panther's got past Owen here, and Owen's hit the curb and gone into the wall. Unfortunately, he's lost his right end plate, I believe.
He's got a big enough gap, hopefully, for him to stay in 8th place. And now Panther can set his sights on Hicklin, really. I mean, there's only 2 and a bit laps left, so it's going to be a push, but never say never.
Panther can easily hopefully get Hicklin here, as Owen's got past Panther using the ERS and DRS. He's missing his right end.
We've got Nikki saying comms MVPs of the day. Thank you. Yeah, you pronounced Callum's name right. Liam Barlow, driver of the day.
You have Panther, who's now challenging Owen back into turn 3. Should be an easy move.
Someone saying Dorsey for driver of the day.
Yep. SLR Owen is now in 8th place. Panther's finally got past in 7th after Owen's got. I don't know what I was going to say. Panther got past Owen, and then Owen used his DRS to get past Panther again, and then Panther got into turn 3, and now he's up into 7th. Hopefully, he can get on the back of Hicklin, as Bennett is now just under a second behind Connor. Not sure what's happened with Connor.
Oh wow.
I think his tyres have maybe hit a cliff. What? How many laps?
Same tyres, aren't they? Oh no, Bennett's on
No,
softs.
Connor's tyres are 16 lap old.
Oh, sorry, I was thinking about Barlow. Yeah, Bennett's on the fresh softs. That should be an easy move for him then.
Oh, I think Connor's really struggling here. Bennett is...
It's an easy move, and
P4.
a 1-2 for Haas and a 3-4 for McLaren. That is a really good recovery from McLaren, to be honest.
Connor's still challenging Bennett here, though. Right on board with Bennett. As he's a little bit later than Connor, but Connor's still defending the position.
Did Connor just have the DRS?
Yeah, Bennett. That's weird.
Well, Bennett hasn't hit.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, Bennett is going to be challenging SLR Connor into turn 3. Connor's going to want to defend P4 here.
Very low on the ERS,
Great points for him.
But that should be an easy move down the inside.
Oh,
Connor is not making it easy
Bennett's
and keeps it around the outside. Really good defending here from Connor. How much more of that has he got in him? Bennett's doing everything in his power to get the McLaren past that wide Renault. Switching sides, he just can't find a way through. Pretty sensible now to store up on that ERS and try on the DRS straight again.
Yeah, we've got Panther who's just catching Hicklin, he's caught him by a second, I think, in the last sector. He's going to easily be able to challenge him before the end of the race. SLR Sem, though,
both Ferrari drivers, though,
so
hopefully there is no contact between the two of them and there are team orders.
Let them be. Anyway, Bennett is 2/10 behind Connor. Connor's got 1 lap more to do on these tyres. Oh, Bennett, I'm not sure what he's trying there. He's going to have a terrible run into these corners now.
Looking at the moment that Barlow is getting dry.
Panther's got past Hicklin.
That's a great move down the inside. I imagine Hicklin might have let him go.
I think Hicklin had a moment, yeah, or something. Oh, as Bennett's got great drive on Connor. I think Connor's tyres have gone and his front wings are really affecting him now. Bennett, he's using his ERS now. It's quite early. I'm sure
Connor is going to have that inside line. He tucks into the slipstream. He's going to try around the outside now. I think he's just let Bennett have the move.
We come onto the last lap of the race. Is he going to try and stay behind him for the whole lap and then get the DRS on the last straight? It's going to be a struggle on those tyres.
Potentially is. I think Bennett's going to check out before that.
Yeah, we'll stay on board with Bennett. Had a great exit out of turn 2. But Connor is still going to be challenging. No, it's too far back to make a dive.
Also got to say hard luck to the drivers in 11th, 12th and 13th. The damage has clearly come on top today, but either way, still a good drive for Drastic Blaze going up 8 places and Neelix going up 5, and an unlucky result for Rando starting in 10th and dropping down to 13th. I don't know if you want to go on board with Sem as he comes into the final sector.
With SLR. Great drive from SLR Sem. You want to count all the votes up and see who's officially driver of the day, so I'm going to tell them when
it's looking like Barlow at the moment.
Stay on board with SLR Sem. It's been a great drive from him. We'll get up how many positions people have made up. We've got SLR Sem who's weaving on the straight. Oh, did he just go into the wall? I don't know. Anyway, he's 10.6 seconds ahead, so it doesn't matter. He's gone up 7 positions from P8 as SLR Sem has won the Baku Grand Prix, unless he has
got Zach's Beast in second. I imagine Sem's safe on the penalties. Zach's Beast coming across the line. Fantastic 1-2 for Haas. And Barlow,
5-second penalty, but Barlow is on well over 5.
Too far behind for that. As Barlow comes home in 3rd for McLaren, a really good race for Barlow, and it looks like the fan favourite for this race at the moment. And Bennett as well, his teammate in the McLaren, a great 3-4 from McLaren as he comes home in 4th, and Connor then in 5th. Panther across the line and takes 5th from Connor, and goes 5th. I just said that, sorry.
Yep.
And Hicklin to 7th, Owen 8th. Got Halo now crossing the line, stays 9th. Then last in the top 10 is Cooper Benz in 10th. And then we have 11th, Drastic Blaze, Neelix in 12th.
You've turned to Crofty.
Rando in 13th.
Right. Well, that was I'm trying to remember what we're going to ask. What happened at the
Thanks to everyone in the chat for the thumbs up, I guess. Yeah.
Appreciation of us jumping on comms late. And our first comms together. Exciting. God. Anyway.
Yeah, great race from Sam. I'll get them in the party.
Yeah, you might not. Right, I'll go through the order. SLR Connor getting the drive of the day on the game. So that's worth more than a race win, I guess. So we look at SLR Sem's avatar and he's lifting the trophy. Oh wow, beautiful scenes. If only Gunter Steiner could get one P1 and P2 in real life. Does that... what the joints and structures looking like? I swear Haas are quite high up on the list. Anyway. Right, I'm just going to run through the order. So that is SLR Sam taking the win from P8 on the grid. Zach is Beast in second, Barlow and third. Both great drives from them. With Bennett P4, Panther P5, SLR Connor P6, Hicklin P7, SLR Owen P8, Halo P9, Cooper Benz P10, Drastic Blaze P11, Neelix P12, P13 is Rando, MLC Leah P14, Rockamad 15.
So I don't know if you want
16th,
to.
iCallum 17.
Oh, sorry.
All got DNFs. Okay, well, you just ruined it.
I don't know if you want to mention that Neelix got the fastest lap, so it wasn't in the top 10, so no extra point to anyone in the top 10 on that front.
There you go. Is everyone in the party?
Guys, I think we've got everyone in the party. You guys make sure to tick your boxes. Yeah. And if you want to start with Zach, if you want to start with Barlow. Yeah.
We'll start with Barlow. Do you want me to ask a question, or do you want to ask it?
Yeah, you can start Barlow, I'll go Zach, and then you can finish off.
Right. So, SLR Barlow started P16, getting up to third. Great race, mate. Do you want to tell us? Can't speak. Do you want to talk us through it?
I am speechless for once. I'm not the one for being speechless, but what an absolute race. Like you say, it was P17, but got 16 through Halo getting the penalty right at the start. But yeah, no, absolutely brilliant race from yourself as well as from the Haas boys up in front. But yeah, no, I was just steady all the way through, missed all the collisions, and yeah, just drove my own race. And well, it's my first podium for SLR, and I couldn't be any happier right now.
Yeah. It's a great feeling. Got mine last week. Yeah. So, well,
congrats on the first podium. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, congrats.
Not huge fans that did too. So yeah, congrats on the first podium. Must feel
Thank
good.
you very much.
Great points. Great points from McLaren.
It does, teammate
finishing fourth.
Yeah, my teammate finished fourth. It is a great feeling, especially this week has been a great feeling because I actually won a pool final as well this week. So to win that and then to go and get podium in here is an absolute brilliant. So yeah, really happy.
Yeah, congrats. You got a lot of support in the chat as well from your McLaren teammates in the other division. So you've done them proud, you and your teammates.
Come on, the McLarens.
Yeah, great race.
We said we were going to win the points zone today, and there's third and fourth. Come on, the McLarens. Get off that bottom step.
Right, I'll move on to Zach's Beast. If you want to make sure you got the box ticked. Yeah, so great drive for you really today. Didn't start off amazingly. Sem, pretty much your teammate staying in the top 10 the whole race, and wasn't looking great for yourself. And then out of nowhere, seemed to pull a podium, which was great. Your pace at the end was amazing. Getting past, I can't remember who was Panther, I think, of the Ferrari. You got a bit of damage, and getting really good points for Haas. 1-2. I can only imagine you feel amazing about that.
Yes. I don't know what happened in that race. I really don't know.
Yeah, it was very dramatic.
Didn't know. I was just driving, and then somehow I beat P3, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
No, we saw you closing in on Panther, closing in with some real speed. So yeah, it was really impressive from yourself. And honestly, the pressure just caused him into a mistake, and you got yourself into P2, getting yourself some good points for yourself in the championship, and also, like I said, with Haas, with Sem. So, yeah, really good drive, and congrats on the P2.
Thank you.
Right, now we're moving on to the race winner, SLR Sem. You'll make sure your box is ticked. I'm not sure if you've won an SLR before, mate, but congratulations.
No, that's my first podium and my first win. Well, I got a podium in F2, but that was it. That race was
anyway.
It was a roller coaster.
Talk us through it, mate.
It was a roller coaster. Just starting off turn one. At Baku turn one, it's crowded as anything. Was slightly late on the brakes, had to back out of it, and nearly spun around and nearly lost my wing on a car in turn one. Then just by the end of the first lap, I'd gone from P10 to P4 to P6, I think it was, as just loads of people just spinning in front of me.
Yeah, that was carnage.
Then elected to stay out under the first safety car, because I think it was the two cars in front of me, I think it was Benz and Rando, stayed out, and then the second car, safety car, bunched things up, and I just had such good pace and was able to make the moves quite cleanly on the guys who had older tyres, and yeah, just had to keep it out the wall for the whole race, but.
You kept it out of the wall, mate, but you still had great pace compared to everyone else. You pulled a 10-second gap on your teammate. Even though
we were saying
through
the race, your pace was like incredible compared to everyone around you. We were saying your through the field was great, and then just to get into first, and then you really just checked out from that point. You're gaining a second almost every lap on whoever was in second, and it was yours to win at that point. I mean, there was no one else really going to contest with your pace. It looked really promising from start to finish.
Yeah. Like I'm not sure where that pace came from, really. I don't know whether it was drivers who had older tyres or something, or
a few people were a lot
helped
damaged.
with the front.
Obviously, it's a hard track.
The top five all kind of just wiped themselves out, which was a bit handy, but can't really complain about that.
If you watch the stream back, the VSC restart was carnage. Anyway,
Which one?
The first one.
The first one, I think. But then both safety cars were carnage as well. I
had a really nice battle with Rando. I thought I left him loads of room. I think it was end of the first sector, and then I looked behind him and he was in the wall. It was hard luck to win.
I think he was stream.
Yeah, he was.
I think it was just unfortunate.
Yeah, because we had a really good battle.
Yeah, I think you got past, and then someone went. I think your teammate went on the inside and something.
Anyway,
sure.
That was he had a really good pace, I think. Yeah.
No, great race.
Buzzing with the victory.
Congrats to you, top three.
Great points for Haas.
Yeah, exactly. Great points for Haas. Great race G3, first Sem, second Zach, and third Barlow. Really good race from all of you, and a great Div 2 race in Azerbaijan. So congrats to you guys. And
who's one driver of the
Cheers.
day? Bunny? Who's one driver of the day?
Come.
Driver of the day was voted to Barlow in the McLaren.
Come on!
That's big achievement on that podium, mate.
Just need
congrats to you, mate, and well done, guys, on a great race. It was really.
Thank you.
Cheers, GG, everyone.
Our first com.
Well played, guys, and thank you for streaming, guys.
No worries,
cheers. Don't know if you want to wrap up now.
Good luck for the rest of the season, everyone.
Yep. Same to you lot.
Well, I'll just wrap up.
Cheers.
Well, as our first commentary, it was quite a dramatic race, but looking forward to doing maybe some more. What about you, Bunny? You looking forward to maybe doing another one or two?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Except for maybe next time Rocketman might not crash. But I mean, it's what it is.
Start on the wrong tyres.
It's an interesting race and good to commentate. First commentary, I felt it went decent, so Yeah, no, great. I don't know if you want to stream it now. And
You're
thanks
definitely
everyone for
rocking it
watching.
under mine. Yeah, well, I haven't even got the bloody